Just getting stuff set up really quick, everybody. Also, just trying to stay calm. Hey, CK. Good to see you in the chat. Let me get some music set up really quick. There it is. I'll be honest with you, CK. I'm not doing great. I'm just trying not to have a panic attack, I guess. Maybe going live wasn't the best idea, but I guess we'll try it. I just need to drive. Just trying to stay calm. That's all it is. Let me turn down the music just a little bit more. Okay. What are we hauling? Oh. Another one of these. Okay. Alright. Well, at least we're driving a Peterbilt today. Just trying to stay calm. Alright, you're heading to bed. When you start feeling worse than the same, don't be hesitant to take a break or stay up night, man. Take care. Alright, you have a good night, CK. Thanks for stopping by. if. Okay. This area is quite beautiful. Trying to stay calm. Let's always stop. Okay. Yeah, this is helping. Ah. What was that? Oh, train. Okay. They're gonna make me do a hairpin turn, seriously? Okay. Oh god. Oh my god. Wow. I'm gonna stop the music for a little bit. Just want to hear the engine. That's a toll. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's sending them. Thank you. Thank you. Just trying to stay calm. roads are crazy. Thank you for the hearts. Whoever sent them, thank you. Yeah, looks like the view counter's broken again. Awesome. Let me pull over and see if I can get that fixed. Whoops. Well, I guess that works. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. Hello, hello. Wow, we've already made a pretty decent dent in this drive already. Alright. Alright, shall we continue? Give me 1 second. Oh god. Ugh. What just happened? That was weird. Hello, pilot. How are you doing this evening, day, or night? I'm okay. Some ways worse than others. How about you? You doing alright? It's good to see you again. It's been a while. So you're only going to show up on our truck driving streams then? What? What was the 3 question marks for? No, I'm confused. Hello? Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm alright, and while I do enjoy these streams, I plan to try and watch your others. And are you sure you're doing okay? You sound a bit sad. I am perhaps stressed. Yeah. I am. I'm not doing all right. I'm gonna be honest and transparent with my audience. I am not doing well. A lot's happened today, but there was just this last thing that kind of broke the camel's back, if y'all know what that saying is. Or even if I'm using it right. Sorry, do you want to talk about it? I can listen. Yeah, I'll tell you guys. Thank you for asking, at least. Well, I haven't made this information public yet, but at least I don't think I've made it public yet. If I have, I apologize for any kind of misinformation, obviously. But I had an appointment today with my eye doctor, and turns out my color vision is beginning to go away. Slightly. So, yeah, we don't know what it is. You know, I'm 21 now, and already losing some color vision to green. Yeah, it's not fun. But basically, my eye doctor and I, we were super happy that we caught it pretty early at least. She's going to refer me over to another office to get my eyes examined a bit further. To see what's causing this Dutan color blindness, I guess you could say. Because that's what it's labeled. Sorry to hear about that. That must be rough. It is, a little bit, you know. I've studied the human body since I was 8. Been fascinated by it. Wanted to become a brain surgeon at one point. But if there's one thing I learned while studying the human body, it's that there are a couple of senses that once damaged cannot be repaired. That being the sight and hearing. Smell and taste, it's rare for that to go away. Same thing with touch. But, sight and hearing are the two things that have permanently damaged are permanent. So yeah, if we caught it early enough, then that's good. That means we can prevent any further damage if that's what the cause is. There's other causes as well. So, yeah. The other thing is, remember, I know I've brought this guy up numerous times as of late, but that person who had been harassing me for the past year, I will pray for you, Pilot. I hope they can help you. Thank you, Rose. But there's that person again who's been harassing me for the past year now, and he's not stopping. He's never going to stop, and I'm just... guess you could call it PTSD? Trauma? That's another word you want to use. It's spiking my anxiety very bad, and I really don't want this guy to just harass me for yet another year. There's a channel that he made a while back, the one that he used to harass me, and it changed multiple times. I have the link to the channel. That's how I was able to keep an eye on it. I've been keeping an eye on it because of his constant harassment, seeing if there's anything that's changed. This whole reason that OneDrive that I talked about a while ago exists. The OneDrive of screenshots and files and video snippets, all just so I could just keep an eye. You know, if something big enough happened. Well, one of those things is one of these channels, and it's changed multiple times within the past couple months, basically. Originally, the channel was called, when I first found it, it was Zach for Attack. After a bit, it changed to Shane the 1300_2. Then it changed to CT7567 Rex, or Captain Rex, whatever you want to call it. But it had to deal with Clone Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. It stayed that way for a bit, then it changed back. And then it changed again to the Guy with News, which was annoying to see, especially since this was right after Alex had been, his channel was taken down because of the mass reporting that he did. And now it's changed to, hang on, let me see here. Shane 1300 second channel. He talks about making behind the scenes content, which is fine, you know. And then he says this in his little bio quote, or either the word. This is my second YouTube channel to either show you guys some behind the scenes for videos on my main channel, or either the worst thing of all, quote, drama, end quote. This man has said that he is done with drama, that he's been done harassing people, but it doesn't feel that way to me. He likes to keep things hidden a lot, and it's annoying. How much he backstabs. How two-faced he is at this point. Oh no, you poor man. I'm so sorry. I can understand how horrible and scary harassment can be. Do know this, you are not alone. The community will stand beside you and give you all and give you our support. Thank you. And I am sure your friends from your team will be there for you too. And that is horrible. Poor Alex. Thank you for letting us know about this. It must have been hard to say. A little bit. Ever since Alex's channel was taken down because of Shane's mass reporting, Alex didn't want to try to start up a new one. I definitely will be avoiding that foul again. He sounds absolutely awful. I'm so very sorry this is happening to you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. Well, yeah, Alex made some videos about some old Twitter posts that Shane did, exposing him for being a creep, basically. And Shane harassed him hard and hard. Alex and I stayed in touch because Alex reached out and he's like, hey, can I use one of your videos for a thing I'm working on? I'm like, okay, sure, what is it? So I told him everything I knew, and then he went off of that. Eventually, Shane gave up chasing Alex, and then later Shane came back to respond to Alex, and Alex made a video saying, good job on basically holding up to your own, you know, good job taking responsibility. Now my videos will be staying up, so make sure that that responsibility is held. I'm not taking down my videos. And Shane didn't like that, so he mass reported his channel until YouTube decided to take it down, so It was at that point when Alex said that there was really just no point anymore. He knew that if he did it again, then YouTube wouldn't even let him on the platform. That is such a sickening thing to think about, too. You know, a bigger creator bullying a smaller creator because of just some old tweets that he wanted to basically call out. YouTubers don't take down other YouTubers' channels. Alex was just about ready to come back to YouTube. He was about ready to start making some content on other people. And now he doesn't want to. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but even then, it's just been... I don't know. I will definitely be... Okay. Well, you both were both very brave, and you still are a pilot, and I don't blame Alex one bit. He did all he could and should be proud of himself. Yeah. Shane doesn't want to stop. He keeps saying that he's leaving it all behind, that he's not hanging on to it anymore, but yet he is the only one who keeps talking about it to the public. I only talk about it with my friends. You know, it's something to look back on. It's something to reflect on. He just keeps bringing it up just to drag it on. And from what I can see with this channel changes, he's probably about to do it again. I'm tired of being harassed by this guy. The only thing I can do is just warn people. I'm not going to drag my team into something like this. I'm not going to drag anyone I know into this because it's none of their business. It's not their responsibility. They shouldn't be forced into dealing with something that's not their responsibility. Where's the latest? Where's the next gas station? Oh, perfect. You have done all you can to turning the other cheek and not going after this Shane person is actually quite honorable, and I can understand your weariness. After over a year and a half, yeah. All we did is just not, all we wanted was just not to be friends. I didn't want to be friends with him. I didn't want anything to do with his group. And because I have a YouTube channel, he decided to go after that. Yeah, my full respect and support. Thank you, Rose. But I'm not looking for that. I'm just trying to keep you guys aware and safe and away from this stuff. Shane can say whatever he wants. I really don't care. What I do care about is just this constant harassment. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being tagged in every goddamn video he puts out about me. All I want is to keep my community safe. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you for the warning. As far as I can tell, even if you don't want to drag your team into it, they will still want to be there for you. So will your community. I will pray for you. I highly doubt that my team will want to get involved with this. It's been going on for so long. We're all tired of it. If Shane's ultimate goal is to get me off YouTube or to try to basically just ruin my channel or dismember my team because he's petty, he's got this god complex, he's egotistical, then congratulations. Congratulations on trying to ruin someone else's life. We have never tried to spy. We have never tried to infiltrate. We have never tried anything that he has. He has tried to inject himself into my community multiple times, specifically on my Discord server, to have direct contact with me, which was the exact thing I didn't want. At this point, I might as well just get a restraining order. Gallon. Wonder what that is. Yeah, congratulations. Because if your goal is to just bully other content creators or harass them, congratulations, it's working. I hope you're proud of yourself. Though I'm not really sure how that works. No, Rose, I don't. When I met the guy, I think I didn't even have 500 subs. He almost had 800. $1,085. Awesome. So yeah, I wasn't a big creator, nor am I now. Yeah, I didn't have as many subs as he did. He chose to harass me anyways. He doesn't care about smaller creators. The only thing he cares about is himself. He only uses his community. That's been shown more than once. Awesome. It's not gonna let me sleep. I'm so sorry. All I can say is that you are a good person for trying to warn people about this. Despite all of this, he should be ashamed of himself. I agree. But I'm not going to tell my community to go and harass him. I will never support the people that harass others. But as I said in the past, I really can't stop them, can I? So, whatever they do is their choice. But I'm never going to tell my community to go harass anyone. It's not who I am. It's not who I'm going to be. It's not who I ever will be. Never. The fact that he has said that he is leaving it all in the past multiple times, and then just decides to bring it up again and again and again and again, and he does it on different channels, and then he decides to drag in a friend, and then he sends someone into my Discord to start talking about it, and then he sends people into my live stream chat. You could never be like, yeah. Thanks, Rose. You know, the day I hit 1,000 subscribers, I had already passed Shane in subscribers at this point. He had already been harassing me for almost half a year. We surpassed him, and think it was on the day of the tournament. The Academy SMP tournament, yeah. Which was actually a year ago now. When I hit 1,000 subscribers. That is still one of the hardest days that I can remember. Keep in mind, like I said, I don't condone those who harass others. I do not. I do not condone their actions one bit. But there was a group of people who decided to poke the bear. And, well, Shane tagged me to try to get them to stop. And I'm like, I can't do anything. I'm not going to get dragged back into this. It's not my problem anymore. I've already said my piece. I've already gone my separate way. Just leave me alone. So I did. I ignored him for a week. After that week, this is the same week we hit 1,000. The week after I ignored him. So, we're doing our thing. We're in the SMP. And we hit 1,000. The stream split into two parts, but I remember in both parts someone coming in and asking about why I'm ignoring Shane. The question comes through the first time, and this was back when I was still doing my vertical live streams too, so. Okay. But basically, before we hit 1,000, I had that question asked. I ignored it, didn't even acknowledge it, and I just timed out the dude. He went into the other one, same thing, just ignored it. The timeout ends because I'm not someone who times out someone or hides someone from my channel because they ask a simple question like that. If they show that they've been timed out, they can see it. Then they know to stop that behavior. I don't even have to address it. And yet he continued, so I full out and told him, I'm not talking about him on my channel. You can forget it. Now please, we are trying to do a stream here. The stream crashes after we hit 1,000 subs, so we come back and we're celebrating. We hit 1,000. That same person comes back into the chat again asking about Shane. So I actually told the guy, dude, please go away. You know, I told him to just go away because I didn't want to talk about Shane, especially on the day that we had 1,000 subs. You know, it was a huge milestone and I had already been harassed enough by that guy. Well, basically, we hit 1,000. We celebrate for a bit. I get that question asked again. I tell him to go. I hide the person from my channel at this point because I don't want anything else. You know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear another word. And I try to keep a smile. I try to stay happy. I try to stay positive. You know. So I end the stream. I'm like, thank you guys so much. It means a lot. It truly means a lot that we hit this number. I make the short celebrating 1,000 subs. That took several takes because of how shaky I was, how hard it was. But I managed to do it. And then 30 minutes later, I get tagged in a video made by the channel that I'd monitored. That just changed today. And it was Shane in front of a camera yelling at me. Calling me an immature bitch for ignoring him. Then he pulls up the clip from the stream about me saying that I don't want to talk about him on my channel. After we had just hit 1,000 subs, and he decides to call me a fucking sellout. That I'm not real. Being called an immature bitch, child, and stinking sellout hurt bad. I called my friends because I just couldn't take it. I told them that if I had seen this before I got that short recorded, I wouldn't have been able to do it at all. Of course, in the end of that video, Shane says, "Congrats on 1,000 subs." He didn't mean it. To my community, they remember it as the day of the tournament. The day a bunch of things happened. Lots of them were good. For me, I just remember that stressful event. When someone calls you something like that, it doesn't just fade. It doesn't just go away. It sticks for a bit. And that hurt. This video didn't stay up for very long. As to what reason, I don't know, but guess it's because he knew that I could flag that for harassment or defamation, whatever you want to call it. That was so petty. What a horrible person. I'm so sorry for all the hardship you went through, and you're right. Your community's choices are their own, not yours, and I don't blame you for ignoring. I'm so sorry. No one should ever have to go through these things. I'm so sorry, so very, very sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. You don't have to keep saying that. Just didn't. It's just watermelon. Yeah, that's how I remember that day 1 year ago. We never talked about him publicly at all. only times we did were when things like this happened. The day we hit 1,000 is never going to be remembered as a happy moment for me. No matter how sad that sounds, it's the truth. It's forever going to be the truth. And if that's what his goal was, then congratulations, he got it. Again, don't harass this guy, please. I'm never gonna tell you guys not to harass anyone. That's the thing, I shouldn't even be having to tell you guys not to go harass someone. Although it is more polite or courteous to basically tell your community not to go harass someone if you address something like this. It's not like I have to. Thank you for telling me, Rose. Thank you. Thank you for making that promise. Please keep it. Please. The day we hit 1,000. Yeah, my word as a Brit. Okay. Thank you. But yeah, went live because I wanted to talk to y'all. I need help. How do I get this out of my head? How do I forget this? Let's go ahead and continue our drive. No, talking about the problem is always the biggest step. Telling people about it always helps. That is true. But the last thing I want is to involve my community in something that's not theirs to deal with. I'm fine talking about this stuff with my friends, and then occasionally telling my community about it, giving them warnings, but dragging people in is not what I do. It's not much, but I was really happy to listen when I can, and respect you for not wanting to drag people in. It shows you are a good person. Thank you, Rose. I'm just trying to be. Hey, Watermelon. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. That day was also the first time Watermelon ever spoke, I think. Well, no, that's not true. I don't remember when Watermelon revealed his voice to us on the SMP, but the tournament was a big step. Let's just try to stay calm. Hidden cop. I'm also going to be moving my truck driving stuff to the offline channel. I'll be talking about more behind the scenes content there, mostly with like setups and tricks and tips for anyone who wants to go out there and try streaming or record YouTube videos. I'll help you out if you're doing it for mobile, Quest, PC, console. There are tricks for that too. Yeah. Yeah. Guess the offline channel could be for some tutorials or something. I don't know. I also just had a little bit of water, so yeah. I also apologize if my voice has been too soft for this stream because of how loud the truck is. I do apologize. Remember, this isn't Twitch. You can back it up, you know. But yeah, then just having people come in, being inserted from him, just to spy on me, hurt. a lot. Granted, it's not on YouTube, so YouTube can't really do anything about it. But in Discord, it's just very invasive. I didn't want anything to associate with that group because, excuse me for this, YouTube, demonetize the stream if you want. The whole reason we didn't want to be a part of his group was because back when we were still on VRChat, people in his group had falsely accused rape on one another and had sent death threats to each other, me included. We didn't want anything to do with that. Rape is a very serious word, and that was the exact word that one person used, and it was twice. So, after a second chance, we were just done. Why would we want to associate ourselves with people like that? Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rose. Yeah, we weren't just about to associate ourselves with someone who did that. Jesus. I wouldn't either, it's terrible. Yeah. Okay, what's with the brake checking? A detour. Of course. Traffic is awful. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Oh yeah, one of the things I remember that really made me not want to associate with him and his group was the fact that he said that it was online, which isn't that serious. He said that because it was online on VR chat, it wasn't that serious. The death threats, the accusations of rape against one other person. He said it was no big deal because it was all on VR chat. That it was all an online thing. Give me 1 second. I need to pull over. Okay. That is without a doubt the most foul man I've ever heard of. Yeah. Again, YouTube, I'm only going to just use this as an example. Let's say we'll use this in the illegal terms. Let's say someone decides to show someone else something that's not appropriate for minors or children, you know? Let's say they do that in front of them. Let's say it is something serious enough for a crime to be committed. One of the words being exposure. You know, it's a crime, especially towards a minor. Now let's say that the same thing happens, but it's behind a camera. It's still exposure. It doesn't change anything. In fact, it adds on more. So him saying that it's online, it's not that big of a deal, it makes it just as big of a deal. Because it's the production, distribution, as well as exposure. Yeah, it's the same thing, exactly. I remember him blasting me for that too, saying that I was making an online issue such a huge deal as if it was a real world problem. First of all, it is. a real world problem. Look at all the people that are on Snapchat and Instagram. Yeah. Look at them and tell me that that stuff isn't the same. Blimey, I'm actually quite glad I left VRChat. I never knew how toxic it was. That is not my reason for leaving. I left because of the shady business practices they did. And also because, well, yes, the community is pretty toxic. I won't lie, the community is ridiculously toxic. It's not safe for children. There are pedophiles everywhere. Predators. You name it. They're everywhere on there. It's also not safe because of just the people in general, you know? You basically get mad at someone, they'll say, oh, I'm gonna dox you. It's like, that's what happened to me. That is what happened to me. Yeah, I'm just sick and tired of the same person who's been harassing me for over a year. But yeah, I'm hitting my breaking point. Thank you, Rose. All I can do is this. All I can do is just come out and just defend myself, basically. If that's a way to put it. Must be one of the strongest people I have ever had the pleasure to know, Pilot. To put up with this for so long and to still keep going, trying to protect others. Yeah, well, I feel like I'm not doing a very good job. know this may sound cliche, but if it ever were up to me, I would give you a knighthood. And as for protecting others, you have done the best you can, and that is all anyone could ask. Yeah. From past experiences, I say anything, do anything, it doesn't do well. If I don't say anything, don't do anything, it doesn't end up well. Shane will still make a video about it. It's raining. It's not that I don't want him, it's not that I want him to stop making videos about me, I just want him to actually say something and actually keep his word. He said he was gonna let all this go on New Year's. And lo and behold, it pops up back again. And of course, it's gonna be my fault. He'll find some way to blame me for keeping this drama going, telling his community that I'm unfairly attacking him. I could care less. Sheeps will be sheep. That's all I have to say. It's nothing but a liar. You never once attacked him. No, I haven't. But in his twisted little mind, or whatever you want to call it, I have, so he'll use it one way or another. All I want is just for my community to just ignore it. Now, there's this famous quote by Mark Twain. Never argue with a stupid person. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Well, I'm gonna take those words to heart. No point in arguing with the stupid. always believe you and your community and will give them support. I will pray for your life to get better because you deserve it, and I will gladly ignore that prick. Please don't say that. Never take anything I say to heart. I don't want an army. I want a community. I want people who are there that just have each other's backs and support the work that I do here on YouTube. I'm not looking for loyalists. Loyalists are the reason that a bunch of these people can keep on this harassment for so long. Especially the crazy ones. Oh, there we go. Discover at least 12 cities in Arizona. There we go. I was out of line. I'll admit I don't want to hear that kind of person has to say, because I think it would be lies or something equally horrible. Alright. But yeah, I don't need loyalists. I don't want loyalists. I want a community. You know, people just having a good time. I don't want a squad. I don't want a group. I don't want an army. I really don't want anything. All I want is just a peaceful group of people. That's it. My friends list is full, Rose. I'm sorry to disappoint. But I'm very, very select with the people who I choose to be my friends. Right now that list is full. I'm not trying to offend anything, but I'm glad that you want to be here. Thank you, Rose. hard. Truck driving isn't something easy. Screw this, I'm just gonna go around. Okay, come on. There we go. Oops. There we go. Cheers. I pity actual truck drivers. Yeah, anybody would. What they do is practically magic. Ouch. Thank you for the hearts. I don't like to talk about drama. I don't like having to bring it up. Not at all. I just needed to get this off my chest because I'm sick and tired of it. Shane has done a lot, and it doesn't look like he's going to stop. No matter how many times he says that he's going to, he's not going to stop. So, thank you, Rose. So, yeah. I'm just gonna ignore it. To the best of my ability, I will just ignore it. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one then. Until next time.